I don't know if the fans out there are aware of this, but you're a huge martial arts fan. Can you explain that?
You know, from early on, I grew up loving Bruce Lee and studying like traditional karate. And then a friend of mine teaches, it's called combat jiu-jitsu, which is, you know, this was like 10 years ago I started doing that. And you see how the UFC and MMA has exploded since then. So, I mean, it's kind of, I think, you know, if Bruce Lee were still alive, that's what he would have liked to have seen happen, because that's what he did. He took the best, you know, aspects of three different styles and started to blend them into one, which was a Jeet Kune Do. And I think with MMA, it's, you know, the athleticism and, you know, these dudes are well-rounded, man. GSP and so those guys are serious athletes, but serious fighters, and it's, you know, it's definitely a big vice of mine.
So I actually have to ask, you're pretty built, obviously you work out, but is that something down the line that you think you can maybe try your hand at?
I mean, you know, we used to spar a lot, and my nose is too big. I don't think I'd make it. And a friend of mine who's actually a musician that studied with, he just I don't know what the Gracies do, if they give out belts or whatever, but he just got to a certain level with Hicks and Gracie in LA. But in one session, you know, he's a songwriter and a singer in Nashville. He really messed up his neck and too distant his neck, and he could barely sing now. Yeah. So, you know, for an artist where you're talking about fingers and necks, it's not a good move. It's not, as much as I love it, and I love the training aspect of it, and it's like, you know, you get grappling, and that's full body workout. It's the best thing in the world, but yeah, it's tough to do when you need your body to work.
I see how much temptation was for you to do that. You co-wrote some songs on other people's albums. Who are some of these artists, and what are some of the songs have you done?
You know, the stuff that I've done recently. David Cook, who won American Idol last year, he's a rock guy that was a big fan of the band, and you know, we got together and got to know each other and just sat around my studio and wrote a bunch of songs, and ended up getting 4 songs on his record, and getting to know him a lot. And he's, you know, he's typical. I've never watched American Idol, but the whole thing was, you know, you go to a mall and you get picked. But he had a band who made 5 records with his band from Kansas City, you know, and he was just this rocker that never got signed or never got his right shot. So it's funny to see it come around the other way. And he's a good dude. He's a good singer, good guitar player. So that was, you know, that's probably the most recent thing I've done.
You're a big supporter of War Child. I don't know if people out there, I actually looked into this last night because I didn't even hear about it. Can you tell us a little about the cause?
War Child is amazing. There's one in Canada, there's one in the UK, and there's one in Holland, and it's just an amazing kind of grassroots charity that deals with kids in you know, war-torn regions like Iraq and Darfur, and I've been to both those places. My wife's been in Ethiopia, and you know, we're just very involved with that charity specifically because we know the people that own it, and you know, anyone that's doing something, I wouldn't, you know, it's a great thing, but I know where every penny's going with War Child. You know, some of these other charities, it's, you know, I don't want to kind of take the piss out of them, but I don't know where I don't know, it's a bureaucracy. Yeah, and then some of it goes to buying like new computers every year or new Jeeps every year. You know, War Child is, their budget for marketing is 10%, where a lot of these other bigger, you know, their companies, it's like 50 or 60% of the money that you give goes to just remarketing their brand and their cause. And again, they're all doing great work, but I really have a lot of faith in War Child.
Wrapping up here, what can the fans expect from Our Lady Peace the rest of this year going into 2010?
I mean, I think if everyone digs this record, the live band, this band is the best it's ever been by far. We you know, we did a show in Milwaukee last week. We did some rehearsing this week, and it's just I don't know. I think everyone's very comfortable in their position in the band. We love this record, and it's just coming off live, and the energy is ridiculous, and it sounds amazing. So I couldn't be more excited to tour. You know, even though I have a family at home and I write and produce for other people, I just couldn't wait to get out here and start doing this.
Well, fans, check out Burn Burn. It's coming out very soon in your country near you. July 21st here in the States. I don't know in Canada. Is it July 21st? Over in Europe, do you know?
I'm not sure. It'll be digitally available kind of around the world on the 21st. I'm not sure if we'll have hard copies in Europe yet.
Okay. So check it out when it comes out. We want to thank Raine for taking the time to talk to us at BackstageAxxess.com. Thanks.